Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 13th episode of High Score Girl, or the first episode of High Score Girl Extra Stage, depending on how you want to look at it. Because the main series was 12 episodes, and we have these 3 little extras, extra stage, So that's kind of what I'm doing now. What we left off on, I believe, was we had a bit of a love confession, very heartfelt love confession from Koharu. And they had some sort of arrangement where they had a match and they were going to wager the answer essentially on that. If he wins, then if she wins, then he accepts her confession. If he wins, then we just ignore the whole thing. I think I don't remember exactly what they said about him, whether he wins, but basically, the confession is what's on the line here. Because she knows that he probably likes Akira, so a bit of a love triangle thing going on here, and this is her last chance, pretty much. So I guess we'll see how it goes. So 3, 2, 1, play. Netflix original series. And of course, I gotta start off with our opening. And yes, as you can clearly see, I have a bit of a different look to my screen. I've actually made an overlay to make things look a bit better. I didn't really like that. Well, it's the anime footage in this one, but it's a black bar in others. I don't really like having that over the webcam footage itself because it kind of blocks my hands. So I wasn't really a big fan of that. Doing things this way lets me have it kind of separate. And the webcam footage, I think, is big enough. And also, if you do have your own copy of the show to sync together with mine, you don't have to put that over my webcam footage either. You can just kind of stick that in over the Ep 13 section, you know. So yeah, I think it's better. Be sure to let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below if you have any. It's not the fanciest overlay ever because I'm not exactly the most skilled person with image editing software, but I think it works. Oof. I wonder what the context of that image is. He looks a bit surprised, possibly worried. Okay, looks like we're into it. Round 13. Fireworks. Okay, so that's how she phrased it. Basically, she gives up if he wins. Man, that look. It really shot me pretty hard in the feels when she first confessed and all that. Yeah, this beautiful, amazing girl that plays video games, and yet that's an inconvenience somehow. You poor baby. This girl that just comes over with a PlayStation. Yeah, that couldn't be a lot of people. That couldn't be a lot of people. It's a small well. Yeah, it was obvious everybody else. Well, don't feel too bad. You're not the only dense anime protagonist out there. I mean, well, that would be what a reasonable person would do, but yeah, everyone knows. That's probably going to be the end game ship. Come on, dude. I feel so bad for Koharu having to deal with this guy. I mean, really had nothing to lose. Of course, I would lose on purpose if I was in that match. There's Akira, who probably has no idea that all that happened. Oh. Oh god, that's the closest she's ever gotten to talking. Oh, no, that's the mother. Never mind. My bad. I saw the hair color and jumped to conclusions. I'm so disappointed now. I thought I got to hear her voice. Oh well. She looks a lot like Akira. You can't blame me for mistaking her. And wow, this woman. Oh. In fact, they look almost exactly the same. Now that I see them next to each other. Oh. Oh, that looks like fun. Can I have a turn next? Oh. Oh. But she has a sister, that's cool. A borderline twin sister. Yeah, she does not strike me as particularly mature and responsible. She really knows how to play with her sister, though. Okay. That was the thing. It was a very cute cheek playing. There's a woman in our house. Yeah. She looks a lot more attractive from behind. But why did you have to let this woman into our house? She's gonna blame us for everything. Yeah. Well, she's like the antagonist of the show, so... That's a really ominous-looking storm. I'm worried. Oh, it's raining. We better get the clothes. Yeah, I'll just leave you two alone. Come back and Haru is murdered. I didn't think so. Not at all. I already have enough love interests. No thank you. Well, no. That's not going to happen. Is that what you call it? Yeah, wouldn't want any outside influence, that'd be horrible. Okay, what do we do? Well, he can't say that. He still hasn't accepted that himself. Well, that's not true. Uh, Raiden. Yeah, I think it's her fault that the storm is happening. I'm pretty sure. Well, if she, loosened the reins a bit, it'd probably help. Yes, you tell her. Trying to badmouth her son when she can't hear. Yes, it really is. Tell her. You tell her what's up. I guess so. I mean, it would be easier to understand her if she talked once in a while, but still. You should make more of an effort regardless. Uh, An excuse to go over to her house. Oh. Okay. Yeah, don't mess with Haruo's mother. She's a powerful opponent. It's honestly for the best that she handled that. I must have misplaced it somewhere. Or okay, there it is. uh, Interesting fighting style. Punching in a completely opposite direction a little bit at the time. I don't know, lady troubles. It does look simple. Why do you keep showing me that really sad face? I guess it would have trouble getting that out of your head. Does sound cool. But you would have to, yeah, you would have to go over and invite her, and she's a problem for that. Walk around it? How? I can't help you there. Game console, Game Gear. What are you, my mother? Yeah, that wouldn't work. Oh no. Been found out. The Game Gear, a Sega Game Gear. Oh, that's something, you know. Aw. All of the amazing games. Yeah, she really needs a break. Dealing with that woman all the time. Good choice. Mortal Kombat's always fun. You know, until the game franchise was ruined. This is such an unpleasant woman. It's so weird seeing somebody that looks so much like Akira talking. Yeah, she's not great. Oh, those feet. He's a short man. I want to run away again. Yeah, she's, of course, feels bad. Yeah, that wouldn't be great. Uh, I think so. Yeah, keep everything a secret from that woman. Don't tell her a word about anything. It looks like it could be a fun game, I guess. I think it's a perfect time to escape from reality, especially if you're Akira. Oh, she's actually kind of smiling. I think, I don't know, it's kind of a weird line there. It like goes up in one part and down the other part. It was a weird face, but I think it was a smile. I like to believe. Maybe a conflicted smile. Like a date? Moemi. Now we're finally together. And she seems happy about it. She's with you. She wants to look at you. She's missed you. Oh. Wow, straight for the cheek. Thought maybe she was going for a handhold, but she's just grabbing random spots. Which doesn't really look that much older. Unlike Koharu, who does. What about it? Of course, that's where we were going. Yeah, that's the indication of whether or not a game is good. Yeah, she looks pretty happy right now. Not a lot. What a travesty. They should all also come up with more like dating sims and waifu games and stuff like that. We need more of those. Uh, oh, well, that's a different face. That is a really funny face. Well, she's not grinning. I think we have a different emotions here. I think she might have been a little bit grossed out by the brain. Yes, animated. Funny that they call her medicine because, you know, she has hurt him here and there. I bet it is. I enjoy just watching her as well. Not in a weird way. I think it was fine. I don't have a problem with it. Oof. She looks so concerned. Yeah, I was kind of noticing the same thing. It does seem a bit different than usual. It's a great feeling, isn't it? Pie. Pick pie. I assume pie is short for oat pie. Ooh. Yeah, oh. Oh, that's another great face. She's just not been on a roll this episode. Look like she was having so much fun. Which is nice, she deserves it. Well, she looks a little bit less happy now. Yeah, grumpy is a good word for it. Should satisfy your lady. Uh, you might wanna stop while you're ahead. I think she might hit you. You're making me hungry too. Ooh. Okay, yeah. She's happier now. Got some food in her hands and her mouth. That's what she needed. Brain freeze. This is nice. Yeah, they seem to be having a lot of fun. Wow. That's really sad, honestly. Especially I don't even know how long he's been there. But that's not what she needs, though. Very understandable. As best you can. I know it's not exactly your strong suit. Being able to... Ooh, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 6. Don't shoot the camera. Is that a Neo Geo? It is a Neo Geo. Oh! Oh, that's funny. Could you even... Is it even... is it even possible to knock that over? At least you got something. Very impressive. Yeah, she doesn't. I mean, if she can. They keep on a pretty tight leash, so... Yeah. That's the question. I'm glad you realized that. It seems like a lot. I still remember the airplane thing. That was really sad. Oh, that was cute, hiding behind the cotton candy. Oh, it was adorable. You just now noticed that? Ow. Oh, the embarrassment was real there. You can't just kick your embarrassment away, though, Akira. Just saying. I'm sure he didn't mind. This whole thing was his idea. Yeah. Going in for a hug or that. Probably doesn't want to separate just yet. I guess that kind of says it all. We go our separate ways. Then we end off on that. Yeah, we did not get into the rematch with the Koharu yet. Well, we talked about it, but we didn't do it. So that might be something they saved for the last episode, probably. But yeah, every time it just zooms in on Koharu's face and her eyes during that confession scene, the tears in it, like, it just... Man, it really gets to me. Just Koharu is great. I love Akira a lot as well. I really have trouble choosing which one I like better. They're just so close. But Koharu is more beautiful. Like some of those looks that she gave Haruo in the previous episode were on point. But Akira does have this, cute mute thing going on. A bit more tsundere. So yeah, they're both great, but I would probably pick Koharu if it was me in his position. But as a viewer, I don't know. I guess him being with Akira feels more right. But I also don't want to see Koharu sad, so it's a difficult position to be in. Pancakes. Okay. What happened to the pancakes? Oh, it's just a 3D model of pancakes. Clearly, I was tricked. And that's it, right? Yeah, that is that is it. What, I have to show the stupid Netflix logo one more time? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, that was the first episode, no, the 13th episode of High Score Girl. First episode of Extra Stage, you know. But yeah, this episode, we picked up where we left off with the whole Koharu thing, discussing it, Haruo discussing it with other people that are not super dense and know what's been going on, that Koharu likes him and just hasn't confessed to him just yet. So yeah, he wasn't surprised at all by this, unlike Haruo, who clearly was. Discussed the matter with him, and he's still unsure what to do, you know, unsure about even his feelings towards Akira, it kind of seems like. So he's still working through a lot of that, trying to run away from his problems in video games and stuff, as you do. But meanwhile, Akira, she still has her problems too. Her family's still keeping a really tight leash on her, and to the point where her driver gets fired because of being a bad influence on her. Just like this nonsense. The driver that's been driving her since she was 6 years old is apparently a problem now. Just screw that woman, Goda, I think her name was. She's the absolute worst. What was good though was seeing Akira's sister. That really did throw me off. At first we saw her, I was sure that was Akira, like without a doubt. In my mind, that was Akira when I first saw her. And she was like sneezing, and I was like, oh wow, we get to sort of hear her voice. This is cool. This is the closest to talking she's ever been. And then it like shows the actual Akira, and then I'm just sitting there like, huh, I I was wrong. I guess that was her mother or something, but it was her sister. Makes sense. They look very similar. Similar. Even when I saw them side by side, I still was like, "Wow, they're very similar. They're practically the same person. Maybe like a slight size difference, but there's really not much difference there at all. Like, I cannot be blamed for making the mistake that I made. But I like her. She's much more of a typical teenager than like Bakira is. I don't know how old she's supposed to be, but I assume she's only like a couple years older. But And is that the only sister that she has? Because somebody commented about her being the eldest sister, which to me sounded like there was at least three total children of this household. But you know, doesn't have to be. Just kind of came across the way to me the way it was said. But then again, translation. So, but yeah, I like her. She talks a lot more than Akira does, which is to be expected. And I like seeing her interact with Akira a lot. Just grabbing her, spinning her around was great. Playing with her cheeks, I loved all of that. That was really enjoyable stuff. Of course, just seeing Akira's many wonderful faces throughout the show were great as well. We had cute smiles, some more grumpy, pouty faces and stuff. It was great. I love seeing that from Akira. But yeah, the big thing with the episode was having some. Well, we had our interaction where Goda actually came to Haruo's house to basically say, "Stay away from Akira because I'm trying to raise her the way that I want to, and any outside influences that disagrees with me is a bad influence, and you qualify as that, so you stop interacting with her." Trying to keep her in a nice little bubble so she can thoroughly indoctrinate her into whatever she wants her to be. It's all pretty messed up stuff. But I did like how the mother came back in to lay a bit of a smackdown on her. That was good. That was good. But anyway, yeah, we went on a date. It was the driver's idea to have that one final interaction because we don't know how difficult it will be to do things like that in the future with a new driver. So I had to get at least one last one in there. I hope that isn't their last chance to spend time with each other, but it will be more difficult from now on for sure, which is unfortunate, but reality's that way sometimes. Yeah, it was nice. That was a nice date. Knocking over gaming a game. Yeah, Final Fantasy. Didn't quite get the Neo Geo, unfortunately. Neo Geo. But, you know, we had cotton candy, we had snacks, and seemed much happier once we actually got her some food. So Haruo does seem to know her fairly well, actually, after all. And he made a comment about how it always seems like they're, like, separating from each other. And yeah, I never really thought about it, but that is a big thing with the show. Episode, like, 3, we had her get on a plane and leave. which is probably the saddest I got in the entire show. That was probably it, although the Koharu love confession was a close second. That was some heartbreaking stuff when she left, but luckily she came back eventually. Although we did have to kind of, fix that whole divide that we had after that. But yeah, it does seem to be like a lot's coming in between those two. And like I said, hopefully both of things work out. We had the nice little head chest touch. I don't know, is there a name for that? Because it wasn't really a hug, just kind of pressing your head against someone's chest. I don't know if there's a specific word for that, but it's obviously an expression of affection to some degree, and it was nice. She clearly does not want to, have to separate from him like this. And this might be the last time to really do something like this. It's all pretty sad. And then we had some 3D pancakes at the very end. See, anything else? Yeah, this is really great. I'm glad she was in the show. And her reactions playing the video game were good too. That look of kind of disgust was funny. Anyway, yeah, good episode. I'm glad to have the show back. I enjoyed it when I watched the main 12 episodes, and now we have 3 more. Well, 2 more now since I watched this one. So 2 more. So we do get a little bit more of it, which is nice, and I'll react to the other 2, at some point.